Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. As you probably could have already assumed from the title, we're gonna go over each and every brush I purchased from HakuhodoUSA.com. Ever since my Wayne Goss purchase, several of you had suggested, recommended, encouraged heavily, but basically if you do Wayne, you have to do Hakuhodo, like it's a given. And I said yes, of course. I waited because I knew I was gonna buy a lot of brushes and I wanted to kind of wait and not splurge right away, but I also wanted to make the purchase before February 1st, which is the day that Hakuhodo USA was going to raise the prices. I made sure that I made my very hefty purchase before February 1st, and lo and behold, we were able to purchase them before that price hike. So without further ado, if you want to take a look at each and every brush I purchased from Hakuhodo, maybe we'll do a demo. I'm not sure what we can use, but I'll try to use as many as possible and take it from there. And with that said, friends, please keep on watching. Hey everyone, my name is Alicia. If it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. I call it Kinky Sweat. As you know, I have kinky hair and a sweat life, or maybe you don't. It's me. I combine my love of movement and beauty. I am a fitness professional as well as a makeup enthusiast, and therefore I feel many of you might have similar interests, and if you do, then you've come to the right place. I'm very much inspired by Mel Thompson, Amber, anyone who dresses nicely on their channel, but I'm getting so hot. I really tried, you guys. I tried. I gotta take the jacket off. If you're interested in buying, this jacket is from Aliens of Brooklyn. He hand distressed and hand dyes all his denim jackets. This is just one style. He has several. He has like black acid distress, which I kind of want to buy. I don't need it, but I love those designs. And this is like blue with lime and violet. I love to wear this springtime or even just some summer days, because with the AC and the hotness and back and forth, I just need the jacket, okay? And also Tuesdays and Fridays are, although my day off from fitness life, is not really my day off from YouTube. So even though I'm at home, I just love to wear my tanks and my sweats. That's why you always see me wear the same thing in all my videos. I just want to be comfortable, okay? You get the earrings and the headband. That's it. That's all you're gonna get from me. And me. You're welcome. I received my package from Hakuhodo, and listen, I'm so crazy. You already knew that, but I'm reminding you again that I started to open the box last night, but I said, wait till you get on video. Let's experience this together, especially because I was so highly impressed by the presentation of it all that I felt I needed to show all of you on camera. Of course, it came in a very small like priority mail mailer box, wrapped in orange tissue, and oh my goodness, also wrapped in a foam sheet. We got the pack slip, which I need because with these brushes, they go by letters and numbers, and compiling all your recommendations, I had to just put it on the list on my notes on the phone, because I was like, I don't remember anything. Great, the prices as well, so I could post all of those beside me as I speak about the brush. We also have a pamphlet of, apparently they have a showroom in California. That's where Torrance, California, USA. Why don't you have a showroom here in New York, Colorado? One of their brushes, gorgeous. Look at this beautiful box. It's lavender pink with a texture. It's very hard to see. It feels like bark, almost something from a tree. And of course you have a Hakuhodo sleeve here that I slid off and on last night like a maniac. I didn't want to rip it, and I'm trying not to rip it now. Just don't. I mean, I could rip it, but I don't want to. Oh, it's off. You have Hakuhodo in what it looks like silver metallic lettering. Please read before opening package. Okay, we shall. Return and exchange policy. A product must be returned in its original condition and packaging. HakuhodoUSA.com is unable to accept open or used packaged items for return or exchange. I feel that I'm going to fully commit and not I'm gonna try everything, so that means I can't return it. Fine by me. First use, it is not necessary to wash new brushes before use, as they are sterilized completely before packing. Of course, you can wash it if you like. Well, you know me, I never wash new brushes. That's not true, I'm lying. I actually washed my Sonia Pro eye set before I used. I didn't wash her face set before I used it because I had zero patience and I just wanted to start filming right away. Common care information. The logo stamp on the handle may be rubbed off if it comes in contact with alcohol or other chemicals or has been used for a while. We do not recommend cleaning brushes with normal detergent, soap, or chemicals such as an alcohol. It can damage the hair or glue in the ferrule. Fragrance-free soaps are good choices. Yes. Squirrel hair brushes, including mixed brushes, are good for powder use but should not be used with liquid or cream products. Improper use, such as pushing too hard or using incorrect use, can result in damage to brushes. If you have any questions as to how to use your brush, please email us at info@hakuhodousa.com. I shall if I do have any of those questions. And it also comes with a sheet, how to care and clean a brush, along with graphs and text instructions, daily care, finishing, powder and blush brush. Tap off any excess powder and the brush into a slightly curled palm of your hand. When powder still remains, wipe it gently on a cloth or tissue. Lip, eyeshadow, and brush. Gently wipe on a cloth, great pronunciation, cloth or tissue. It also shows the different types of brushes and where to use them on their face. So I appreciate the fact that the company provides instructions not only on use, not only about their policy, but how to take care of the brushes. It speaks volumes in them knowing this is an investment, especially if you buy several of them. And if the point of me buying Hakuhodo brushes is because I heard they are long-lasting, life-changing, and will just provide immaculate makeup results, I want to make sure I also take care of them. I will for sure save that information. I will put it with all my brushes so I know where all that info is. So let's finally get into it. We also have another foam sleeve wrapped around in the box. Oh my goodness. Here they are. My babies, I've been waiting for you. I went a little crazy, not gonna lie. Not gonna tell you the total because if I say it aloud, it's gonna hurt me. I might just have to teach more classes. I'm just going to say that. I purchased quite a few. I took all your recommendations into consideration. I got a ton of eye brushes because I felt that I needed to dive into the eye brushes first, and of course, unfortunately, we are after February 1st. They are more expensive, but you know what? I'll take one for the team. If there are any must-have face brushes from Hakuhodo that you highly recommend, please list them down below. I think I got a highlighter brush that's Squirrel, and the rest are mostly goat hair, I believe. But these are the ones that were always highly recommended to me, and I think that's why they're mostly eye brushes. But before we get started, that's enough. I already have my foundation concealer on. I did set my concealer, but I forgot I didn't need to because I technically could use a brush to do that, but we could still use that brush for the highlight. Brows are done, and yeah, we're gonna get into these eyes, man. But first, I have my list. Let's go over everything I got. Eyeshadow brush round flat, that is, very helpful too. On each plastic sleeve, you have Hakuhodo with the brush name and a SKU, where it's been made, where it's manufactured. Thank goodness, because I don't know what I bought. Okay. Oh, first one. The first one I picked up. Just so happens to be the one that's on the list. Oh, do I need scissors? I could probably pry this open. Hold on. Nope. Got 1 second, please. I present to you the H2 888. The handle is a shiny black, ferrule is a shiny silver, and look how cute this brush is. It is, I think, the tiniest small shader that I have. I believe because it is undyed, you can technically use this with cream, and I actually wanted to save the carve out brow portion for the video because I knew I ordered a brush like this for that purpose, so that's what we're gonna do. I don't want to use it. Is that bad? I just feel like I'm marring it with my mess. But you know, we bought these brushes to use. Taking my Fenty Beauty Instant Retouch Concealer in the shade 235, we'll use this little tiny brush to carve out the brows. Well, that's great to carve out the brow. It's so small, and I love how it flattens out perfectly when you apply the concealer. Oh yeah, very nice glide. Although maybe not the most proficient in filling up the lid. For instance, I will probably take something else, which I have. I'm gonna give that a wipe. I have a brush I feel like I can do this with. Yes, this is it. Oh, it has the number on this brush. Is it because the handle's small on this? Interesting. This is the H3872. This I feel we can use to apply the concealer with. But I love the size of this brush. It looks like a shader, but it's bigger than usual. It's like the biggest shader I probably have. I have the smallest, now the biggest. It has J220 on the bottom of the handle, which I appreciate. I wish I'm just gonna have to, I guess, memorize the smaller brush's number. So we're gonna take the concealer and just put it all over the lid. Very soft, very easy to apply the concealer, and I love the how it moves across the skin, especially when I apply it to the inner portion of my eye. It has really nice movement there, and I could get closer in towards the side of my nose. Interestingly enough though, I feel because it's on the thinner side, for some reason it's not applying as much, or it's not buffing in as much. So I'm gonna have to play with that a little more. I am wiping it on my microfiber towel, perhaps more suitable for a powder shadow or even a cream shadow. But it's super soft. I love how it feels, and probably even great to buff out your concealer right under the eye if you don't like to use a ton. Off to the next brush. Oh my goodness, I just want to use everything at once. I think this is the one that was always highly recommended to me. It was either the, let me see, H3098, which is one of a crease brush. We also have the, oh my gosh, what is happening? The H3917, which is slightly bigger. I don't know. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna open both of these. Let's do that first. H3098. But it's also called B142. So this is the smaller crease brush. Oh, the Hakuhodo lettering is like holographic. I don't know if you can see that on camera. It's very hard to see, but when the light hits it, it's like hollow. I'm digging that a lot. Ooh, that feels nice. Look at that glide. Look how it moves across the skin. The bigger crease brush, H3917, probably likens to a Wayne Goss number 16 or number 3 from his anniversary 2. By the way, the synthetic set is coming. It is slated to arrive today from FedEx. I am creeping out my window right now, just waiting for that truck to come on now. I will take this opportunity to actually open all the crease brushes that I got. I got so many. Listen, man, this better do it now than never. This is the H3918, and that retails, well, this is the old price. If I can, I will put on the newer price next to the old. I'm very excited to use this. Look how tiny this is. Perfect for the lower lash line, even for the inner corner. Precise detail work for the crease. Look, oh my goodness. So this is what we have so far. I'm so excited. Okay. Next up is the H3859. This is slightly bigger than the one I just showed you. It's also called the J146. So here's what that brush looks like. Oh, that is gorgeous. So it's slightly bigger than the smaller one I just showed you. So here's what we're looking at size-wise so far. I have another one too. I went nuts. Oh no, I think that's it. The other one I have, which reminds me of a Wayne Goss number 6, if you have his Anniversary 2 collection. And I do have the Wayne Goss brushes here, so when we go to the individual demos, I will for sure put them side by side. This one is the H3916, also labeled as the J5523 brush. Like I said, is pinched but tapered at the top. Love how it moves across the skin. And if I can quickly grab did I put it in here? I could have sworn that I did. I'm excited to use this as I feel it would be ideal to lay down not only a lid color but to blend it out as well. Next, I have the smaller shader brush. This is a H3874. It also is known as the J242. And guess what came in the mail? I want to try to do the synthetic set today. I don't know though if I'm going to get, I don't know. I want to film so many things. But this is a perfect opportunity to say, subscribe to my channel if you want to find out about my frivolous purchases and all things that I like to buy makeup. Click down below. Get onto the notification as well so you are alerted. Okay, what was I saying? This is, I guess, a smaller shader brush. Perfect for lid application, even I'm sure under eye application. Here is how the smaller one compares size wise. I'm really happy I got the smaller one because I feel I can use this for so many things. Next up, I have the H2903. So this is a Squirrel brush. Squirrel. The G552. I believe this is a pencil brush. So here's how it looks like. Incredibly soft, and I feel just ideal for under eye shading, smoking out, inner corner placement. I'm sure for the bridge of the nose highlight. Second to last, H3864, $29, also known as the J122. This is a slanted round buffer, dual fiber eyeshadow brush, round and angled. This looked pretty cool. I don't have anything like this in my collection. It likens to a very small Wayne Goss Foundation 1 brush from his Anniversary 2. I feel this is actually going to be really helpful to blend out cream shadows, which I don't use very often because I felt I never had the right brush to blend it out and find that diffused effect that I'm always looking for when using those formulas. So I'm really excited to utilize that in some way. Last brush I have, H4996. We have for 50. Ooh, this is the more expensive one. Squirrel, I believe, also known as the G5521B brush, the highlight brush tapered. Oh, I felt it. It's so soft. Oh, look at that baby. Look at her. Oh, wow. Oh, excuse me. Look how she moves across the skin. Are you gonna focus on me? This is very important. Look how she moves across the skin. Look at that. Oh, wow, this is so... Okay, I understand now. I know we didn't really dive in terms of using them as of yet. I'm very impressed by how they felt just on my hand, and I'm equally even more excited to now get into this eyeshadow. I do want to film a dedicated video with It's My Pleasure because Mel Thompson raved about this. She was like, she said this was one of the best purple eyeshadow palettes she has ever used and could very easily be her new favorite. So I do want to do a 3-look video as I like to now with my eyeshadow palette, since I kind of figured out how to film them and such. And I didn't dive into this yet, and I figured why not? I could use Natasha Denona or something else. They're just so far away from me right now, and I'm being a little lazy, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna dive into It's My Pleasure. I'll also have a few first impression thoughts on it, why not? And with that said, just so you can see, the J5522 next to a Wayne Goss 16. Now, the more I use this and after I wash it, I'm sure it will fluff out more. I think I'm going to do Kitten Fish. Whoa, that picked up quite a bit. The tip on this is very fine, and that was, oh my god. The way this brush is designed makes it incredibly easy to get the color into the crease, but then it blends out at the same time because of how it blossoms out from there. So I feel like the tip right where I need it to go, but it makes it so easy to diffuse the shadow. And I could only imagine that it's just going to get fluffier and fluffier with every use. That's not a bad color. I like that. I'm taking it a bit higher just so I could build up the shape a little more. That's nice. I'm going to go in with the B142, which possibly could be our second number 4. I always crease here because I feel like I have so much, see how much space I have between my under eye and my lash line? I feel like I have big eyeballs. I'm just gonna blame my eyeballs. Fan fiction. I'm gonna just press that onto the outer V. See how that goes. Oh, well that was easy. I am having a blast. Ideal for the inner third because sometimes if the brush is too, sometimes if the brush is too fluffy, it'll bring too much product towards the inner part of my nose, but this, the way it's tapered, keeps it right where I need it to stay. And then of course, perfect for pulling it across the crease and it not traveling too high. Can't wait to use this brush now. This is the J5529, and now I want to go in with Fan Fiction, but pull that across my lower lash line. And this is where I like to cover my creases. And also I prefer my eyeshadow looks to be on the grungier side. That's why I don't mind pulling it down so far. If your eye shape doesn't allow that, or if you do it and it looks crazy, then you just keep it a touch higher, closer to the actual lash line. Well, that was easy. I want to go in with this one now. Not quite the number 4 alternate, but not as small as the one we just used, but I want to use this now for the outer corner. So in with Sleeper, let's see what that does. I'm going to just punch that to the outer V of my lid. Well, I know this is a haul video and demo, but these shadows are impressing me. Oh my goodness. Oh, I definitely needed to tap off a little bit more because this brush picks up a lot of product and it's gonna put it on there if you ask it to, you know. Taking again my J5522 to just further diffuse that shade. I'm taking a little more of Kitten Fish, the first shade we applied, and just diffusing this a little bit more. You know what? I want to take this opportunity to use the small shade of the J242, going back in with Sleeper and placing that on the outer V first, because sometimes with these deeper shades, when you don't pat them down first and you try to blend them right away, they don't stick. So I'm going to do that first, and I feel that will build better intensity on the lid. And then I can go back to that other brush, the J146, and take the tip of the brush to slowly blend it into the crease with the other purples. And of course, always going back in with a bigger fluffy brush to just smooth out everything we do. Let's now get into a fun lid shade. I definitely want to try, well, there's so many that I could try. I'm going to go in with Earth Shine because it has like lots of different colored flecks in here. It has blue, it has silver, it has pink. Hitting that with some Fix Plus, of course, and then placing that right on the center. Oh yes. Might have been better to go in with another shade because although this is beautiful, it's more of a topper. So with that, I'm going in with Do or Dough just to add a little more color to the mix. But I love this brush and the size of it. I feel it makes for ideal lid application in terms of you not necessarily having to do a cut crease, but because of how the brush is shaped, you can very well just use the tip of it to carve out right under the crease so it looks smooth. Or if you wanted to use this brush to apply a true cut crease with concealer or an eyeshadow primer, you can very much do that as well. I'm taking the same brush but now with Bare Minimum, and I'm pulling that right under, oh, got in my eyeball, under the lower lash line. I had to brighten you up a little bit. You're getting dark. Definitely got some fallout because unfortunately I was not very bright in not kicking off the excess. Shame on me. Pretty hot pink magenta-like color, man. I like that. I'm just smoothing out with my B142 because I want this to look a little more diffused and not so choppy. All right, I'm loving how this is looking, man. Now I want to take the mini, making sure I wiped off the concealer somewhat. And then I want to go in with Mr. Sandman. See how that does as an inner corner stitch. This is definitely one of the more, I don't want to say chunky, but it definitely has a little bit of texture on there. So you just have to make sure you press it in completely onto your skin so the particles don't go out and about and they stay where you want them to. For fun, I just wanted to see how this would work on camera. I am going to again do a devoted tutorial and demo, but I want to try the BFF mascara in Purple Prose. I just want to see. Oh ho ho. I bought this one and the blue one, the royal blue one. Oh, that's pretty purple. Holy crap. I'm kind of excited, not even gonna lie. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's hard to distinguish my lashes now from the eyeshadow, but I kind of dig it. Eyeshadow is complete, friends. I managed to actually apply the blue mascara because I love how it looks better. And for this eye, I wanted to show you, I use the J5523 to apply the deeper purple shade, and I found I had a lot more success not only placing the color down without it fading away, but also blending it out and not it traveling too far up. So I probably should have used this brush for this eye, but it's all good. I might have found my ideal use for the tiny shader brush. So along with the palette and mascaras, I also purchased their Piggy Bank cream liner gel pot. I rarely use gel pot formulas to line my waterline, but this brush was perfect. I applied the Piggy Bank color on my waterline. It was easy. It did not sting. I didn't stab myself. It didn't feel rough. It didn't feel prickly. Now I'm going to do that more often simply because I feel like I have the right brush for it. Before we move on, let's apply some blush. I recently just purchased the NARS Fire Clay Face like bronze highlight. You guys, I know this isn't a NARS video, but let me tell you, using my Sonia Face Pro, look how just effortless and beautiful my face is now. Love this color. Using the NARS Fort de France highlighting powder with the G5521B. Let's see what this does. Oh, look how that just, it's dancing over my skin. I cannot get over how beautifully it places a highlight and how soft it feels on my skin. And you can also apply it in a circular way if you wanted it to, or a pull down way. I'm gonna hit the center of the nose, also the Cupid's bow, a little above the brow bone. Simply gorgeous. That was effortless, easy, and beyond anything I have ever experienced. Done. I'm done with life. I'm done. Now to finish off with the lip, we of course have to go in with our Dior Jungle Matte. I need to get another one. This is almost done. It's like last ounce of lip stuff that I got. Artist color pencil in the shade Anywhere Caffeine, number 600. We're gonna top that off with Pat McGrath's Liquid Lust Gloss in For Real. And here is the finished look, friends. What do you think? I freaking love the eyes. The blue mascara is killing it, but this is not a color pop video. Let's move on to what this video is really about. I am so happy I bought these. I cannot get over how silky they feel, how the shape feels on my skin. It's like you can't go wrong. And I find if you're not great at blending or you have a hard time with it, these brushes will help you improve your technique without a doubt. And the way they just apply the eyeshadow just easily diffused on the lid. You never lost control. Of course, I had a problem with this color. It's just a matter of me playing with the brushes and using the right one for the right purpose. Again, if I would have used this brush on my right eye, I probably would have ended up with a better blend, a smoother one, because look how beautiful this one came out. But again, this is my problem eye, so I'm just in love with the different shapes. You can never have enough crease brushes. I feel they're just pivotal in an ideal, immaculate eye look, especially if you have my types of eyes. If you have a lot of lid space, probably will be best. But if you don't have a lot of lid space, you have hooded eyes, I can't even imagine how helpful the smaller brushes must be to you, because they are tiny and they get right in there. They deposit the right amount of color. They allow for the perfect amount of blend and diffusing. You can't get better than this. This brush is just, I understand why it's $55. It's incredibly soft, the way it places the highlighter, and I'm sure I could use this also for under eye setting. I could also use this for a sharp contour and whatever I want to put on my area of my face. Just look how beautiful that is. It's crazy good. Look at this little brush. I've never had a tiny shader brush like this, and now I feel the floodgates have opened in terms of eye look creativity, simply because I felt like I didn't have the right tool to use with the cream pot liner formulas. Now I could apply cream colors on my waterline. Maybe I could even attempt a wing with this. Who knows? The possibilities are endless, but I feel more comfortable diving into those different applications and different shades because I have the right tool for it now. We didn't use this brush today. I'm without a doubt sure it's gonna be perfect again for lower lash line blending, for inner corner placement, even placing an intense color across the crease and then blending it out after. Listen, this isn't going to be the last time I do eyeshadow, so no fear in that. And I can't wait to use this brush with a cream eyeshadow or a stick, and then I blend it out from there. I just feel it will be ideal for that purpose. Again, I've never really felt comfortable using cream formulas. I felt like I never got the right blend. It always looked patchy and uneven. Very happy to dive into that realm. This brush, it takes over my entire lid, and I feel ideal for one eyeshadow looks. If you just want to place a matte shade or even satin or shimmery shade all over your lid, turn it on its side, blend it out from there. I feel that this is ideal for that application technique, especially if you only like to use one eyeshadow and you felt like you always had to use more brushes. This is going to give it to you, man. This is going to get it all over the lower lash line too, under the brow bone. Forget it. You can use this for everything. I can't thank you enough for you guys' assistance in helping me choose which brushes to get. This is in the end. The addiction is real. In terms of what I think the differences and comparisons are with Wayne brushes, I do feel Wayne brushes are not as tapered, because if I compare them, let's see, I just had my number 4, my beautiful number 4, next to the V142, which I thought likened to the number 4 in terms of shape. If you see here, the Hakuhodo brush is a lot more tapered, and I feel ideal for smaller eyes or just to get into that crook effectively and in not over blend. My number 4 is great for diffusing and is great for placing color on my outer lid, but I do have bigger eyes to work with. I think the reason why I love this brush is because I can get a deepening color on my outer corner without it getting out of control. But if I find I can't accomplish that, then a more tapered brush I feel is going to give me that precision that maybe the number 4 would not. The same thing with a number 16 or a number 3 with the J5522. If you see here, the Hakuhodo brush is a lot more tapered than either number 16 or the number 3. And for the life of me, I couldn't really decipher the difference between these two. It seems like the number 16 is a touch rounder than the number 3, or maybe that's just how it looks like when I cleaned it or after I use it. I think they're very identical, but I don't know if you could probably tell, I feel that there is a slight difference in shape. I can't pinpoint as to what, but I think it's different. This brush, definitely more taper. I could feel the taperedness of the brush when I apply this in my crease for sure. I can't thank you guys enough for your recommendations, carving out the time to share them with me. Again, I am looking forward to maybe dive into more face brushes, and I know the prices will be higher, but what are you gonna do? I didn't want to spend so much money on both eyes and face, and I knew in a way, although I love my Face Pro from Sonia and my face brushes in general, I love my eye makeup, and I definitely prioritize that more in terms of investing in brushes that are just going to provide me with an immaculate eye look, diffused and perfect-ish. Because look at that eye. That's not perfect, but we'll take it. You, without a doubt, have been telling me about your experience using Hakuhodo brushes. If you've recently just purchased anything from HakuhodoUSA.com, let me know down below and we'll take it from there. And that, my friends, is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another video, chit chat, haul, tutorial, or review. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.